Hey guys, welcome back to another video in the series of Python for beginners. And as we promised in the previous video, we are going to talk about the three remaining topics, which is encapsulation, inheritance, and the abstraction. So let's dive right into the video. You can see in the screen right side that these are methods and variables in a form of capsule. So this is what name suggests, encapsulation, forming a capsule of it. So let's talk about that. So the idea of wrapping up data in the methods within a single unit. When you wrap up your data in the methods, those methods which work on that data within a single unit is known as encapsulation. But the question arises, why do we need it? So there are three things. First, you restrict variable access in the methods directly. So if someone wants to access your methods and your variables or the attributes directly, he cannot do so because it's a restriction. Second is prevent accidental modification of data, because there would be access restriction, then you won't be able to easily modify the data, so it will prevent it. Third is you can still do the changes using private variables. So if you want to do the changes, you can write or you can introduce private variables, and through that you can do that. So this is the concept of encapsulation. Let's move forward in the fifth one, which is inheritance. So what is inheritance? So let's not look at the definition right now. We just talk about the real world scenario. For an example, there are parents and they have kids. So parents, when have some kind of attributes or some property or like some kind of face, like it's round, their hair are blonde, their hair are you can say grayish or some any kind of property. So that is that whenever they have their kids, some of those properties are present in their kids also. So that's kind of real world scenario in inheritance. Here the same scenario works. So if there is a parent class or a super class and there is a subclass or a child class, it inherits some properties from the parent class. So now you have understood it. So let's go to the definition. So it is saying inheritance is the capability of one class to derive or inherit the properties from another class. The class that derives properties is called the derived class or the subclass, and the class from which the properties are being derived is called the parent or a superclass. So I hope this is clear to you. We'll see in the demo if there is any confusion. So let's ask the question, why inheritance? So it is good for real world relationship. If you want to explain something, perfect. This is perfect example for inheritance. And reusability. You do not have to write the code every time. You do not have to write the attributes or the functions. For example, there are two people and one is a parent, one is a kid. You don't have to write every attribute for kid because it will inherit those properties from his father or parent. So that's why it's good for real world relationships. Second is reusability. Again, the reusability is this thing that we discussed about, that you don't have to write everything. Third is transitive. They are transitive in the nature. So let's move to the abstraction. So before looking at the definition, let's understand it this way. So you have a mobile phone or a car. We'll take an example of a car. So let's say there is a car, and what you are doing is you are just hitting your pedal and you are just giving it, accelerating it. You don't know. Let's consider this car is an automatic car and you don't have to change gear from your hand. Now what will happen when you hit that pedal, it will accelerate. What happens inside you don't know about. Gears are automatic, they are changing the one first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. It automatically changes. So you don't know what is happening inside because you don't care about it. You just want to drive. You just hit the pedal and then you just accelerate the car. So that's how it works. So let's take a look at the definition now. So abstraction is used to hide the internal functionality of function from the users. The users only interact with the basic implementation of the function, but inner working is hidden, and that is what we talked about in an example of a car. User is familiar with what function does, but they don't know how it does. So that's why if you hit the pedal, then it will accelerate. That's the function that you already know, but what is happening inside, how it is happening, you don't know. So that's how it works. See, example is a mobile phone or a car. And in case of mobile phone, you just press a number and then hit the call button and it goes. What is happening inside, you don't know about that. So that's how it works. So why do we need abstraction? So let's understand it. To hide irrelevant data or a class in order to reduce the complexity. The syntax is from ABC import ABC, a class and then a class name and then the whatever we are importing. So that's how it works. So I hope you have understood all three of them right now, and let's clear our topics by going inside the demo part. So I have opened Visual Studio Code over here and we try to understand encapsulation, inheritance, and abstraction over here. But before moving here, this was the last time I showed you some example of polymorphism. I thought it's a bit kind of tough, so I've given a very simple example and let's understand this. Okay, so what we are doing over here is we are creating two classes, India and the USA over here, with the three same methods: capital, language, and type. Capital, language, and type. But we'll create two different objects for two different class and call the same methods. When we call the same methods, the object will decide which class to go and which method to call. Now you can see that object IND is calling the same method, capital method, and USA object is also calling the same method. But first call will come over here and second call will come over here. This is a for loop in which you can do that, but we have not talked about the for loop, so let's not go over there. Perfect. So let's just run this and I'll just type 02B and you can see it has printed New Delhi is the capital of India and Washington DC is the capital of USA. Perfect. So this is how it's done. So in case you're using the object and you give any other method name like language, and again different object with language method, it will go over here and then over here. This is how it's done. So this is kind of polymorphism with inheritance. This is what I explained in the previous video. This is, I thought, kind of tough, so I just gave a simpler example. So I hope you have understood it. So let me just clear this and let me just clear this as well. All of this code is on my GitHub repository. You can check out. I have given in the description box. I have given the link. Let's go to the abstraction. So abstraction is very easy concept. So you can see that I have explained this from ABC import to ABC, and we are creating a car type of a class with ABC type over here, and then we have defining a method with mileage and then pass. Pass is something which we do when we don't want to do any kind of implementation, but in the future we can do that. So here what we are doing, we are creating four classes: Tata, Suzuki, Volkswagen, and Renault. In that we are accepting car type, which is a class type over here, and we are giving the same mileage over here, and here we are defining its implementation, and that's why we gave pass over here. Now very simple thing, we have created an object for everyone: Tata, Renault, Suzuki, and Volkswagen, and then we are going to make a call. So when t.mileage is called, it will go to Tata, so it will print 30 km per second. In the second Renault, it will go over here 27 and then 25 and then 24. So 30, 27, 25, 24. Let's run this and see we are good or not. So I'll just type 06 abstraction and you can see 30, 27, 25, 24. So this is how the concept of abstraction works. So here we have not explained anything. We have just explained things over here. We do not have to care about it. So this is a basic example of abstraction. Let's go to the tougher concept, encapsulation and inheritance. So let's understand encapsulation first. So in encapsulation, what is we are happening? This is a super class base. We have given an init method over here, and we are accepting two values, A value and C value. Okay, so this is A over here and this is C over here. We are creating a subclass which is derived from base class. You can see we are accepting base, which is means this is a derived class. And that we are doing an init, and then we are calling constructor of base class, which is this. We are calling constructor of this class. We'll talk about the constructor later. And then print calling private method of the base class and self C, which we are trying to print. And this is a very basic example of creating an object of the base class. So as soon as we create an object of this class, we can call this this method. So let's do that, object one, and print object one dot A. So let's see what value comes over here. Let me just clear this and run 04, the encapsulation part. And you can see it's printed logicops lab A value, which is this one. This is what it's being done. But if we try to print the object for C, will it come? I don't think so. So let's just test it, C, and just try to run it. It will throw us an attribute error. You can see this base object has no attribute. So when we are trying to call this base, it does not have any attribute, so it won't be printing any value. So that's how it works. So let me just go back, Control Z, Control S. And now when you create an object 2 equal to derived, will also raise an attribute error. So let's just try this as well. Control C. We are trying to create an object over here. Let's see if this runs. We have not made a call now. You can see that attribute error, derived object has no attribute. So we cannot create an object of a derived class, and that's why you use encapsulation. Because uncommenting, I mean, when we are calling this will also raise an attribute error as private member of a base class. This is a private member of a base class, and you cannot make a call to that. So that's why it's not making any call. So I hope you have understood the concept of encapsulation. Now let's move on to the inheritance part. So in the inheritance, let me just clear this. Okay, before moving over there, let me just go back to my original form. Just save that. I hope this is the perfect thing. Perfect. Now let's go to the inheritance which we were talking about. Okay, so in the inheritance there is a person class and there is a subclass which is an employee class. Now what we are doing is we are creating two methods over here, display and details, and there is no display method over here, only the details. But we are doing an inheritance over here. So what will happen, this display will have control over, will come over here if we create an object of this class. So let's do that. So here what we are doing is in the details we are printing something, and here over here in display we are printing something, in this details we are printing something. So let's see how this works and then we'll explain. So in a dot display, when a dot display gets called, so where it'll go over here and try to find the display method, but there is no display method. So what it'll do, it'll go over here and then it'll give the self dot name. What is the self name? Self name is Rahul, so it will print Rahul, and the second is self.id number, which is 886012. That's done and the program will stop. And then after that it will call a.details. When it calls go to a.details, it will go over here and it will find over here, and then it will call my name is Rahul, id number it will print, and the post, what is the post? Post is an intern. So now employee class, when you are making a call over here with four types of parameters, so it will have this self, name, id number, salary and post, and this will make a call to details. So let's see how this works. So let me run this. What is this? 05 tab inheritance, and you can see what I said, that first it will make a call Rahul in 88062, which is this one, and then when it comes up talks about the details, it will go over here and print it. So calling a function of a class person using its instance, that what we are doing right now. Here we created an object, a variable or an instance. You can say instance and object, same thing here over here. So I think I hope these things are clear to you. It's a bit complex right now, but when you'll study more and do some kind of practice, this is just an example. You can see a lot of example. You can visit Geeks or Geek website for these examples. I have copied one or two from there as well. So you can write more programs on this, and you try to understand what is happening. Just play around things, delete things, break stuff, and then you will be able to understand what exactly are these concepts. And if you're a fresher or you are just first or second year and you are just started learning this programming, I really want to say that please do this and do hands-on, because right now there could be a chance that you have not understood everything 100%. So just copy a lot of code from internet and just try to understand that, and after that just try to write your own code in this, so that if an interviewer asks you a question, give me an example of each polymorphism, encapsulation, inheritance and abstraction, you should be able to do that in front of him and explain him each and everything. So I hope you have understood it. If there is any issue, feel free to comment below and we will address that. So thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video.